Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Burrow will throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. Oh, he fakes a spike. Being chased out left. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Dumps it off to Mixon. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They've reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Shreds him with it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off around the 37. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Gladney.
And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. This time, Burrow will look to throw.
That is caught. It's Uzoma. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. He's got it for the Bengal touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield now from the 50. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Open man, here's Schwartz, complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Nolan. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mayfield on play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mecole Hardman,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too clean.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Now Mayfield. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson now returning.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Mayfield.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Returning it, Johnson.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Gallup, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Burrow. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now here's Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Rush coming, and he's taken down. So still 14 yards to go. Second down. Here's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they take a knee. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.